systems development lifecycle. Systems development lifecycle. So this is a cool topic if you've not seen this before. And if you have, then maybe you've seen it in different ways. But if you have not, then usually, you know, we see what we typically will call a life cycle, or SDLC, the software development lifecycle or systems development lifecycle, and they're both very similar in nature, where essentially somebody's got an idea. The idea maybe was written on, you know, a napkin while you were out with friends, or you had an aha moment while you were gardening, and you said, you know, hey, it'd be great to build this thing. Well, the idea typically needs money of some kind. Once you're able to get some money, some seed funding, then you can get into a planning phase. And so this kind of just moves from left to right. The planning phase then starts to hash out any requirements that are associated with it. Once we have the requirements, we can begin to put together a design for that. Once we have the design agreed upon, we have a meeting of the minds. Right here is typically a line of demarcation. Because if we can't agree upon the design, then we should not start to develop. So after we agree upon the design, then we can start to actually code the thing and be able to, once we have the design approved, we can then start to develop. Once we develop, usually this is something that's going to take the longest, is the development. We can start to iteratively test. And so we have testers that are testing our software, you know, and put us in a position where, hey, we feel like we're ready to, you know, move into implementation. And usually these are gates here. I'm putting lines of demarcation. Usually there's gates here that you have to get through for each one of them. And some of you, you know, formally may know like milestone A, milestone B, milestone C, or if you've done this type of work with the government before, maybe you're familiar with preliminary design reviews, critical design reviews, test readiness reviews, or operational readiness reviews. What's up, bro? So, maybe you're into all of those, and then once you're into that, you understand a little bit further. The implementation phase means that you typically are going to put something into production. Once you put it in production, then you have this thing that's called the O&M phase, the operation and maintenance phase, O&M. And with O&M, typically that is a sustained operation that you start to receive tickets and then support it in a way that's meaningful. You know, one thing that's kind of interesting, if you've not actually seen this before, I'm going to give you a chance to take a look at it. I think it's kind of funny. How true is this right here? Check it out. So with SDLC, whether it's system or software, this is how the customer explained it over here. This is what the customer, you know, this is what they wanted over here. How the project leader understood it. Yeah, the project, oh yeah, I understood it. The analyst designed it like this right here. The programmer was like, yep, I got you, bro. Uh-huh. The the business consultant. It was the second coming of new software. Yeah, the project was documented in a way that is meaningful. How many times have you seen that? Right? Yeah, operations. They did a great job here with nothing. The customer was billed $1 billion for it, no support, and all they were looking for was a tire swing, and here we are, the story of our lives, and so that's just kind of funny to think about it in that way. That's meaningful. So the biggest question that I have for you throughout this week, the biggest question is, where in here do you belong? Where in here do you belong? Because I know at this point in my career where I belong.